Hey my friends, I promised you to go through the MMA with you. It's a pretty long one. I was checking out the uh, short version of the AMA, which is basically summarizing the whole talk, which went for 1 hour or a bit more actually. Not too sure, maybe a couple hours. So it's going to take a while to go through all of this. I'm going to split the video into multiple parts for that, so nothing gets too long, and I'm going to name it in the title for you to check out the parts that you like the best. If you haven't already checked out my giveaway, make sure to look at my most recent videos. I'm starting a giveaway where you can participate by subscribing to the channel and leaving a comment on the giveaway video. I'm going to pull it on next Tuesday, so that's going to be in like 6 days. So stay tuned for the giveaway. You can win 100 HE if you're the lucky winner. So make sure to join that. Anyway, let's get to the AMA. Dear Heroes, our Discord AMA went really well with a large number of players participating. Great heroes, great news, etc. Let's get to the recap. So, when will Ultimate NFT gear be listed in the marketplace? It's already happened. You can see it in the current marketplace by going to the Gears tab in case you haven't found it yet. So you can check out for the best price, which is currently about $44. Or if you want to look for something special or specific, you can just, let's say, go for a Mage Beast. And then you have your special gear with your race buff. So you may want to get that. Let's get to the next question. When will the VIP retroactive rewards be delivered? Okay, so basically they are saying that the HE that you spent before in the game, like for ascending and summoning, etc., like all the in-game transactions that you did before the VIP system was implemented, all that won't be refunded. You only get the ones that you got for the chapter completion, and that's it. You won't be getting all the HE that you already spent in the past. You won't be getting these ever, not in the future, never. You won't get that. Next question, when and how are the decisions to change the game? Okay, basically, in the past they made a mistake where they pushed like 2 to 3 patches per week, which was quite a lot. And I personally I like that, since I always love to see lots of different updates at any given time, especially since they were quite thorough with these updates, and I like it a lot to have more recent ones. But of course it's hard to adjust to so many different changes, especially if you're changing the core of the game this often as Heroes and Empires did it in the past. So they are saying that they are still in the beta, and it's going to take a while for them to adjust, but they plan to push like 1 patch per month, which will happen once we see the full game release in like April. So which data is going to be used to balance game modes, and for that they have statistics on like everything, how many times the hero is being used, how many times hero wins in a battle, loses in a battle, etc. So they try to balance everything out by patching the weaker heroes and by patching the stronger heroes. So everything's supposed to be somewhat balanced in their minds, which is good. And they see that people have difficulties with some chapters, and they're going to adjust the difficulties for these chapters as well, which is pretty nice as well. And they plan on putting these information out for the public once per week or a month. So far we didn't get any information on that. Maybe it's happening in April. We don't know. Maybe we'll see some actual patch notes then, like for bigger games like, let's say, League, where you see adjustments every 2 or 3 weeks with heroes, where they get buffed and nerfed, etc. That would be pretty nice, so we can have some sort of shifting meta system. Would be very much interested to see that. Yeah. Let's just get to the next point. Will you invest in marketing? I can already answer that. They're just doing it after they release the game, or at least the economy grows more stable right now. They're working on the fee system, and they won't do any kind of marketing before that happens. So first of all, they are going to fix the economy. They are going to delete the fees, which they're currently working on right now. At approximately 14th of February, they are going to release the version where we don't have to pay any fees anymore, just the basic price of like summoning scrolls or rare shards or whatever. That's all. When will the DAO come, and if HE isn't prepared to listen to the community right now, how can we trust that you will be able to do it for any DAO feature in the future? They want to do some kind of governance system, I guess, for the token, where they want to try to transfer some decisions to token holders. So right now they already did some polls where everyone is equally valued and everyone can basically has a voice, and that's not the perfect system. They pushed that, so that's at least better, since now we as a community can decide alongside them. But they are trying to push a system where your voice is equally large as the token that you hold. Meaning, if you have a lot of token, like if you're a huge investor in the game, then of course you have more say in the development of the game. And of course, we as a community with many players, with many people, we have a huge share of these tokens as well. So we have a huge voice too. They're going to implement that in Q2 of this year, so probably end of Q2, I assume. So we won't be seeing it before June. I think it would be cool to see that, since that would be giving HE even more value, since we would be able to determine in what direction the game is being developed. That would be pretty nice to see. Yeah, they want to, as always, they want the game to be sustainable, and they don't want to make any rash decisions, since, as you all know, if you give too much power to certain groups, it may turn out to the worse. So they first want to make everything stable, and once everything's stabilized and they have a proper system where their governance system can't really be abused, that's where they are going to push like a governance system in form of the token. And that's also when they are going to market the token itself. So when will the next game be released? They announced 2 games on the metaverse. First is the Archer Hunter game, which is like Archer.io. I'm not sure if you've played it. I did in the past, actually. I like it a lot, but I didn't play the game of Heroes and Empires. I played the original, basically. Like the Archer Hunter game is mostly a copy of a different game. It's like the main game got copied a lot by lots of different game studios, which is alright. It pretty much turned into its own genre at some point. Pretty similar to like Clash of Clans or all these AFK games like Heroes and Empires. So basically, these other 2 games are going to use the NFTs from Heroes and Empires. Like, you're supposed to use the same NFTs for different games to give the NFTs more value. But before they start developing or like showing different games, they first want to be the NFTs to have a value. Like, they want to stabilize Heroes and Empires and make the whole NFT system more stable, and they want to let it grow more organically. And then once they think everything's fine, they're going to implement a new game, like probably the Archer Hunter game or the TFT HE version. But it's probably going to take a bit of time, since so far I don't see much happening in the NFT value gaining market. It's probably going to lose some value for now, since rare shards can be attained so easily now. So that's going to take a bit for sure for now. Of course, it looks pretty well, since they may want to work on more games, since they say, okay, they launch like one game every year, so it may be possible for them to add one game per year on the metaverse as well, or like one game every 2 years. That would be even better. So the HE token could also work as some sort of stock, since we'll always have the governance function, and it's probably going to be transferred to the other games as well. So the HE token may grow to a huge value at some point, since all these games will add value to the token as well, and the NFTs too, of course. So it's like a huge, it's more like a platform and less like its own game. Yeah, that's pretty much everything they said here. So you guys could change the withdrawal of the game to reduce fees with time and not with the progression of chapters. And they disagree with that, since basically they could be like botters who make plenty of accounts, and they like just let them sit and let them rest, and after like weeks or even months they're going to like push to high chapters, earn all these HE token, and drain the game off of it. So they prefer to just have accounts that are going to be limited in terms of their withdrawal function. So you just can't make a rare team and then transfer it to all the other accounts. You need a few more HE, and you're going to have to pay a fee as well. So they want to make it unprofitable, and I think they succeeded in that already, since there are now plenty more worlds, and the HE earnings has been reduced as well. So right now it doesn't make sense to just go next, go next, go next on each account, and it's not allowed anymore as well. So right now there's like 5 accounts max. Even if you close one and open another, that's forbidden, so you may get your NFTs banned for that. There could be added taxes in the stake pool as burn of HE. This could create a positive image and amplify the reputation of the game. Not sure if that's really a smart thinking to add taxes in the stake pool. The way that we have now, the taxes are going back to the reward pool. The players don't need to worry because the taxes are being returned to players in form of rewards. Yeah, that's true. I feel the answer doesn't really have much to do with the question. Yeah, basically they're saying stuff that's being taxed from the players is going to go back to the reward pool, which makes sense. I think they are going to take part of the fee from the marketplace for themselves, and they'll be taking their HE share as well, since they all have a huge amount of HE, which they can't pay out until I think it was October this year. Let's get to the last question for today, before we set a cut and then make a second part. The BNB of the marketplace was not to pay minting fees of NFTs inside the game. This was the first objective because of the number of minted heroes every day, and the BNB tax is too high, but the market fee is not sufficient right now to cover the mint costs inside the game. Because of that, we're changing the HE fee based on the volume of NFTs minted and the current price of the token. So as you all know, before, like right now, we pay an HE amount that is supposed to cover for the fees. If the fee is like 50 cents and you need 20 token to cover the 50 cents, then you have to pay 20 token. The token will go to a different wallet and it's going to be sold for BNB. So every time you ascend, every time you summon, it's it takes HE out of your wallet, and then it's going to sell these HE. So basically most of the actions right now in the game are actually bad for the token. So we can shorten this, as we all know that they're currently trying to cut all the fees. They're going to make a system where you don't have to pay any fees anymore, because all the actions are happening off-chain. Unless you want to sell your heroes, your hero NFTs, then you're going to mint your NFT, and that will cost you BNB, or like an equivalent of HE. But the sending, the summoning in game, all this won't be costing you any HE anymore, so there won't be any selling pressure anymore. You can check out one of my recent videos. It's called No Fees, where I'm going to talk about this more thoroughly if you still have questions. But that's going to be it for now. If you have any more questions regarding this part of the video, just let me know in the comments, and I'm then stopping this part for now. As always, leave a like, leave a comment, let's discuss. And if you haven't joined the giveaway already, make sure to check out my most recent video. It's about the giveaway. You just have to be subscribed and leave a comment on that video, then you're going to participate. I'm going to pull a winner next week on Tuesday. Okay, that's it, guys. Goodbye.